Test. There it is. There's the noise. Give me that sad piano. Piano me up, baby. Alright, what was I doing? I think I was building a wall. As one does. Come here. I am sharpshooter. I am Hawkeye. Get wrecked. If I'm gonna build a wall, I'm gonna need to mine some more cobblestone though. I think I'm running low. Yeah. Alright, let's do some cobblestoning. Let's get stoned. Lol. Let's go this way. Wait, no, let's go this way. Dang it. How much water is there in this universe? Can't see anything either. That's Garbo. Alright, we're not going this way. Bye. Let's go this way. Ugh, there's so much water. Get out of here. I really told that water what's up. Okay, cool. diamonds. Dang it. More diamonds. Don't see any diamonds. We did get like 9 of them, which is fantastic. I'll make a pickaxe, I think. But we need a lot more cobblestone if we're gonna keep building some wall. Do I have any wood? Of course I don't have any wood. What is a firework star? Whatever it is, I don't need it. Alright. Ooh, do I have wood down here? Yeah, I do. Future-proofing, baby. Let's go ahead and blast furnace this iron. Anything in these furnaces? Sick. Alright, I'm going to take 1 diamond pickaxe. 1,000 stone pickaxes. Drop off some of this garbage. I don't need that. Let's leave the wood as well. I'll make 2 more stone pickaxes just in case. That should be enough. Methinks. I asked if some bounce people wanted to join. But no one wants to play Minecraft with me. Sad times. That's okay. I stream to have fun. Sounded indignant, I'm sorry. I really do enjoy streaming. Ooh. Glow ink sac. Nice. I'm so good, I just get items out of nowhere. Oh, hello. Let's use up this sword. Fire aspect, I like that. Ow. How can you reach me through stone? Anybody else? Yep. Come here. Come here. There we go. Let me mine what's already down here in case I forget my place. Okay. Lots of redstone. If I had slime balls, I'd be able to make 1,000 pistons, and that'd be awesome. But unfortunately, slimes are ridiculously rare. I was lucky I found as much as I did to make a little fancy door back at base. You know, as you do. Okay. Let's see if there's anything up here. Anybody? Don't come attack me. I'm just minding my own business. Mining some iron. Leave me alone, please. I'm just a poor boy trying to make some money. What's up, Meso? Speaking of being a poor boy, there is a donate button on our Twitch homepage. I'll let you guess what to do with it. Just kidding. I don't even know if that donate button's set up right. Okay. Do we go up or do we go down? Let's go down first. I see a lot of iron and I can use iron. Oh, look at all this iron. Yum yum. Tasty. Nope. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna run out of torches soon. Look at all this gold. There we go. Okay. Anything else down here? Of course there is. It's Minecraft. Tasty. Nice. Okay. Let's go back up. Nice. Cool. So I think we're good this way. Let's try going up. No. What's down here? Ooh, lapis lazuli. Don't mind if I do. Okay. Nothing that way. Ooh. There's some spooks down here. So dark. Oh. So much coal. There's grass underground. Of course you may, Mason. Test, test. Am I coming through Discord? Test. Test. Testing. Testing audio. Cool. Can you hear me, Meso? Sick. I'm just mining for some materials. If you're not busy, we could use a lot more cobblestone for the wall. By a lot, I mean like in a ridiculous amount. Zombie villager underground. Prepared to be drowned. Rhyming's my game. Because you are so lame. There we go. I might pop on some lo-fi music.
Top 10 rappers, Eminem is afraid to diss.
Lol.
Yo, what's up, Groovy?
What does server deafened mean? I guess it means it can't listen to us. That's good. Well, here's some lo-fi study jams that you can study jam to.
This is the pinnacle of human creation.
Cool. Let me quote unquote test the audio real quick.
Testing audio.
Testing audio.
Testing audio. Absolutely.
Alright, well I think the audio's good. Back to crafting. And mining.
Probably should have given you a heads up.
What's up?
I said I probably should have given you a heads up.
For what?
That I was joining the channel
No, you're fine.
soon.
I'm playing with my friend, that's all that matters.
Dang, that's kind of cringe.
You're cringe.
Yes,
Imagine having a name like Mason and not thinking you're cringe.
exactly.
Couldn't be me.
The everyday struggles.
Noise. Oh, I found a ton of obsidian. We might need that for something.
Nice.
Mason, you need to get Borderlands on PS4 so we can play together.
How much is it?
I don't know, it's pretty cheap. It's an old game.
Isn't it a first-person shooting game?
Yeah, but it's like a 4-player squad type. Like a... It's story mode, but each player plays a different character. And it's a looter shooter.
Nah, man, you don't want me on that.
Bro, I want somebody, because I want to play the game.
I'm terrible at it. You're gonna have to ask someone like Nathan or Ben.
I don't know. They're all growing up. They don't have time to play games anymore.
Quite sad.
Alright, I need to find my way back to the surface. This is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, my uncle made me download Fortnite. I'm like, why?
Your
He's
uncle?
like, yeah.
You...
I was like, bro, why? He said Fortnite's the best thing ever. And then he started hating on Minecraft. I'm like, shut up. Minecraft is the best.
Bro, Minecraft is the best. Minecraft is the OG.
Instead, you know, he's like in his 30s and still talking about Fortnite. I'm like, nah.
Bro, get a midlife crisis. Stop ragging on me.
He was also reminiscing about the Nintendo 64 days.
Oh, the good old days.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, he's actually said the good old days. And he like kept showing me videos of like like the 90s internet sound.
Yeah.
And he's just kept playing that. And he kept playing commercials on it. I'm like, we got it. It's funny. Also, he's about as Republican as you can get.
Nice.
No, he's the crazy Republican.
Oh, the cringe kind?
Yeah.
Ah, I get you.
The ones that don't get the vaccine because they believe there'll be a chip in there.
Yikes.
Yeah.
I trust this vaccine only because it was developed by private healthcare companies and not the government. Because I support private businesses.
True.
I
just got it. I just got it because the school was like, you need to get it.
Yeah.
Or else you'd be stuck wearing masks. I'm like, no.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, no more masks for me, please. And now they're trying to make vaccinated people wear the mask. I'm like, bro, you're not even trying to hide your authoritarian tendencies anymore.
Our school's like having to acquire it. Like, alright, this is kind of...
For vaccinated people?
Oh yeah.
Cringe.
Yeah, they're making it wear it for every single person on campus. I'm like, alright.
That's so cringe, bro.
I was like, I was ready to get out of 2020, or like the
know.
fall 2020 semester because it sucked.
That's why I need to turn this bounce pad into something, because, man, I will not be able to go to a workplace and wear a mask. This needs to turn into something, and something fast.
I see streaming as a fun activity that just is kind of like anime, where you just escape from reality.
Yeah, streaming is much more fun than for the money. Because if you do it for the money, then you just play Fortnite and Rocket League.
Exactly.
I would love to record...
Someone gets it.
Yeah. I would love to record more YouTube, but Nathan and Mulaney are always busy, and I'm always busy, and we don't have an office, so we have to meet up at one of our houses, which is fine. It's just a little bit of a haul, you know?
Yeah. See, the thing is, I'm mostly free, but like no one wants to.
Yeah,
like, everyone's always busy, and I'm like, all right.
Yeah, I feel that. The thing about YouTube is we have to be so careful with what we make and what we put out, because if it's not consistently funny, there's no point in it, you know?
Well, you just gotta be lucky.
That's also it. The algorithm.
The algorithm, yeah.
The algorithm ruined YouTube.
Exactly.
It used to be having a personality was what got you famous. Now it's spending money and clickbait will get you famous. And TikTok.
Yeah.
But if we can get merch up and running, that might help us get more subscribers. Having like a physical advertisement.
Well, to be fair, I think we got, or sorry, you guys got. Not what I keep saying we.
Well,
you
you're part of the crew. You're a guest star.
Well, nah, man, that's you and Nathan.
Once we get monetized, we'll start assembling a crew of people. Because I need an editor, a camera operator, someone to run the social media, and a stream tech. You know, stuff like that. Stuff that, like, it's not hard to do. We just need more hands to do it, you know?
Yeah.
I have no issue hiring friends as long as you just do the work. You know?
Oh, whoops, I did not mean to sleep.
You're good. I'm trying to find my way back up.
I was trying to eat this fish.
Sure. That's what you were trying to do.
He's on to us! I just hope like it doesn't turn into like you know, like those like those famous YouTubers who hire friends only.
Oh,
to
like
find
Game
out
Grumps?
they're like, yeah, and find out that they're like absolute scumbags when it comes to
No,
like paying.
that ain't coming. That ain't happening. If I were to hire friends, it would only be people who I could trust to do the job and not take it personally.
Yeah.
Because the personal stuff is what ruins it.
Yeah.
I mean, you can still be friends and work, but you cannot. You have to be able to separate that from the professional. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate that you need a crafting table to make coal blocks. I could just like free up so much inventory space right now, but I need a crafting table.
I got a decent amount of cobblestone here.
Good. I need like a bazillion.
So, what's been going on recently? Haven't had a chance to talk to you in a while.
Yeah, I've been working band camp at Sanderson High School.
Oh.
I'm
Why Sanderson?
because the lady I took drum lessons from is the head percussion instructor there, and she needed a tech. I was like, I got you, bro. You're awesome, so why wouldn't I want to work under you?
Yeah.
Literally the greatest learning environment I could have for teaching.
Yeah, no, that sounds awesome.
You know, it's fantastic, and the kids there are great. They all want to learn, and they're willing to take criticism and apply themselves. It's so much better than Wait Christian's marching band. To throw
I think a pile of rocks is better than
to throw a little bit of shade. Their personalities are so much nicer.
Ow. We're dissing Wait Christian.
I loved my time at Wait Christian. And I loved marching band at Wait Christian, but the kids in marching band did not care. Marching band and concert band.
I unfortunately was one of those people.
Yeah. Which you can't teach people how to care.
Yeah.
They have to bring that themselves, you know.
No, I've taken marching band very seriously now.
Oh,
I'm in college.
I'm so hype. I got band camp next week, and I'm like, finally, marching band.
Me too. Or I got it like on next Sunday.
Yeah.
And then like starting the next week after that, but yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
I'm so freaking hyped, dude. Because we're supposed to have a full season, and we're gonna play at a NASCAR game. It's gonna be interesting. I'll text you later the actual which game it is, the NASCAR race.
Oh, nice.
So
you should come to one of my games.
I will, if I'm free, for sure.
Yeah. I think our first game is September 11th. I think that's our first.
Oof.
Game. Yeah.
Big oof. I'll have to check my schedule and cross-reference it with yours. Because the only bad thing about college marching band is you cannot miss anything, or you'll get kicked out. Which I guess is also a good thing, because it means no one's gonna skip it. You know.
Even if it's like if you call in sick, they'll still can kick you out.
No, obviously if you're sick, that's fine. But like if you
if you have an excuse, then
if you schedule something on top of a game, you will not be able to miss the game. You know.
Yeah.
They tell us before, like, if you have something previously scheduled before we got you our game schedule, we can work it out. But now that you have the dates, if you schedule something on top of it, you have to miss that for marching band. I'm like, yes, thank you, awesome. I am totally down for that. Bro, I got 3 stacks of iron.
Nice. It's like you just vlog one of your games. It's like, no, it's for a bounce pass stream.
That's actually not a bad idea. I might do that. Vlog some marching band.
I'm giving you content on it.
Exactly, yeah. I'll have to talk to Forrest about it. My drum instructor. But I don't think he'd mind. I just have to make sure I'm good first. Like I don't suck. Yeah, I really want to get back to recording, but I miss the good old days where it was just me and Nathan. I have nothing against Mulaney. She's awesome and she's hilarious. But whenever it's the three of us recording, there's just like a weird energy from Nathan. Like he's not as focused, I guess.
Yeah.
Which, by all means, that makes sense. He's hanging out with his wife. That's great for him, for sure. But, I don't know. I just think the dynamic's different.
Yeah.
Like, I love hanging out with both of them, and our Mario Let's Play is hilarious. So like it's great for multiplayer games, but for single player games, it feels like there's just too many cooks in the kitchen, you know?
Yeah.
That was a Summer Olympics reference. Cooks in the kitchen.
Yes, I have caught on.
Did you like that last video?
Yes, I did.
Did you see the Adult Swim reference?
Yeah.
That was my favorite part to do. Cool, let's build some more wall.
Yeah.
So if you look, the height it is right here on this edge is how high I'd like it to go around to start with, and then we can raise it higher.
Okay.
But I was working my way around that way towards the ice. So you can either pick up where I left off over there or start over here. I don't mind either way.
I can go over there and start building.
Yeah, you'll see it's 2 layers of wall.
Oh, is it over there like near the sand?
Yeah, leave the corner. I'm gonna figure out how to build the corner.
Okay, so like right here.
But yeah, match the height if you can see.
Ah, yeah. Okay.
And like if there's a part in the water, I go down to the bottom of the water and build the wall up, so there's no holes and stuff. Yeah.
So you just want me to build the edge? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like bring it up to the height where we're at now, but obviously bring it down like this.
Yeah.
You know, oh, that's a little too high. While you do that, I'll start on the desert edge, I think.
All right.
Pretty soon, this is going to be a pretty epic wall. We'll need a lot of trees for some wood, though. Luckily, we're next to a forest.
Yeah.
And we got 1,000 saplings we can plant. I would love to record with Ben more, but he just doesn't seem interested in it. You know? Because
What's wrong?
I don't know. He's probably busy with high school. I mean, this year's his senior year, you know?
Yeah.
He's hilarious, though. I love hanging out with him and playing video games, but I don't want to make him feel like he's forced to include himself, you know?
Yeah.
And I wish I could carry the channel on my own, but I'm just not that funny. I'm more funny when I can play off of other people, you know?
Yeah.
Like on my own, I'm just funny to myself, and then I just kind of sit there for a while and then make a joke.
Yeah. I can attest to that with your streams.
Yeah, right? It's a lot of silence. It's actually pretty boring. It's a lot funnier when we're playing like Mario Kart or something.
Yeah.
Unless it's Kingdom Hearts, in which case I can't shut up because I love Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah. He's like, next time we play Mario Kart, you'll be like, oh, watch out, I might rear end you.
Yeah.
You can make that joke now.
I can.
And everyone will get it.
Yeah, you're right.
See, content ideas.
Content, bro. Sounds like Mason's becoming the content manager.
I try. Oh, I didn't get hurt that time.
That's the one thing I'm bad at with the channel is scheduling. It's such a pain.
Oh, guess what? I ran into Miss Griffin at Cole's the other day.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
She said, Mr. Driver, I liked your performance in the Summer Olympics. Thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
She's
also,
cool.
I saw Campbell there.
Yeah, Campbell's heading off to
I
college. Or I think she's already
Yeah.
at Liberty now. Moved in.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because they have band camp the same time we do next week.
Oh, she's also making
Yeah,
Liberty?
marching
Nice.
band. Their band's fairly nice.
Wait, hang on. I think we might play Liberty.
Yeah, I think
This year.
Tyler said that. He was at the marching band family show
Hmm.
for Wake Christian.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think we do play Liberty. I'm pretty sure it's that first game.
I think it is your first game, yeah.
Wow, that's
Although,
awesome.
I don't... do you guys take a traveling band?
No, I don't think so.
Boo! Traveling band is cool. Just kidding. We only our band only travels like 2 of the away games.
You're in States marching band, right?
Correct.
Yeah, okay.
Red and white for NC State, my guy.
Orange, black, woo, for Campbell. That's what we do.
Orange
No
and
chance.
black for Gaylord the Camel.
Gaylord the Campbell.
That's such a funny name.
I know. You can make so many memes out of that.
I'm like, out of all the things that got canceled in 2020, how did he not
How
get
did
canceled?
Gaylord stay?
Quality content.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna go and mine a bunch more cobblestone. I wish we had a cobblestone generator that auto-generated and mined cobblestone, but I don't know how to do that. So I'm not gonna worry about it.
Big brain.
I am gonna mine some of this wheat. Wheat. I think we're gonna play Metroid next for the channel. The original.
Oh, okay. I was about to say you're gonna play the new Metroid game.
We are, for sure, because that game looks amazing. It looks like Samus Returns, but with an original story.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a huge Metroid fan, but even I'm interested in that game.
Yeah, I've never been a Metroid fan, but I want to, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I want to get into it.
Yeah. I'm.
Like, the GBA game, Zero Mission and Fusion looks so good.
They do.
I think Zero Mission's a remake of the original, so we could just play Zero Mission, but I want to play the crappy NES one.
Yeah.
For the lulz.
Oh look, we found a glitch. Put
Really?
it with the glitch counter.
Where's the glitch counter?
Where's
Sonic 06 was so good. We're gonna
Put it on the board.
next year's the 5-year anniversary of Bounce Pad. We're gonna go back and finish Sonic 06. I know, it's crazy.
Wow.
We started it back in 2017, I think.
That's crazy.
But we didn't really start posting more frequently until 2019. Because, you know, there's a whole year where I wasn't a person.
We don't talk about
We don't talk about that era. See, if everyone was free, they could all start mining cobblestone, and then we get the wall done in no time flat.
Yeah, I'm alright. I'm calling everyone out.
Yeah, call them out, Mason. Why aren't they here?
Why am I the only one doing cobblestone work?
Yeah, for real. Mason's the true OG, ride or die. Did I ever show you the new doorway in the base that I made?
No.
When we get a chance, head back and I'll show you. It's pretty dope.
Alright. Let me finish this. This first. Alright, I'm on my way. I was gonna jump down in the garden now. Now it's probably a bad idea.
How do I make a lever? I forgot.
Oh, it's actually perfect because the
A
sun's going down.
stick. And then some iron. Or is it just
like the-
wood and stone?
Like the villager poster that you put up.
Thank
in the
you.
doorway.
I killed some illagers to get it.
Ah,
How do I make a lever? Cobblestone. I don't have any cobblestone because I used it all. There is some in the chest though. Nice. Yeah, if you ever want to record some bounce pad with me, I'm fine with that. Alright, so notice there is no cave.
I see that.
Well, if I find the right spot, that is not the right spot. Boom.
Yo, what?
Bada bing, bada secret cave.
Secret cave.
This is just to keep the zombies out.
Nice.
You know how it be.
Yeah.
When you're done,
I
just
have-
flip the lever up and break it.
Is it nighttime? Yes, it is.
Nice. More like nice time.
Yeah.
Stop taking my bed. I'm the green one.
I want to be the green shiny Pokemon. So no one ever.
I'm already Tracer. I'm gonna try and mine some more cobblestone.
Whoa.
By try and mine, I mean actually mine. Obviously. Obviously. This is like Persona music. I would like to go back and finish Persona 5 sometime.
Dude, I would. Well, I would help you with that, but I don't want to do what Nathan did in
Backseat game.
Backseat. Yeah.
Yeah. And nothing against Nathan. He's a great guy. I just
But
backseating only frustrates me with RPGs when it's story based.
yeah.
Because I do not like spoilers for story-based games. It irks me. Like that in anime. I don't like spoilers for anime either.
Oh gosh, I would kill those.
Because
people
then
who
what's the point of
spoil it.
watching it if I already know where it's going? The ride doesn't hit as hard. Like if I knew how a silent voice ended,
Oh gosh.
I wouldn't watch it. There'd be no point, you know?
There would not be a point.
Fantastic movie. I adore that movie. One of my favorites of all time. That, Your Name, and Weathering with You are like the trifecta of fantastic movies.
Hmm.
And I'm sure I Want to Eat Your Pancreas is great too. I just haven't seen it yet.
I've heard it's great.
We'll have to have movie night with the boys to watch that one. Did you guys go out for Josh's birthday?
Indeed. So oh yeah, oh shoot, I didn't tell you about that. So
Nah.
we went to Bojangles, like
Nice.
always. And we were considering raiding your house,
Oof.
but I don't think wait, you were in Oak Island, right?
Yeah, against my will.
Yeah, we didn't know that you weren't home.
Yeah.
We're
And you know,
So, like-
texting to ask is hard, you know?
yeah.
It's too difficult.
And yeah, exactly. And then so Josh was like, "Well, what do we want to do now?" And so I was like, "Bro, just come over to my house." It's like,
Yeah, it's like 7 minutes
Like-
down the road.
yeah. So we went to my house, and the entire time we watched Sword Art Online abridged.
I guess
Oh
I guess
my-
it might be a
I've
good thing I
never-
missed.
Look, I never seen it before, and it was hilarious. I know you hate it, but please do me a favor and watch it.
See,
it is
Sword
so
Art
good.
Online has a special place in my heart, so
Look,
the abridged like actually offends me, and I hate that it does, but it really does. You know.
Look, okay. All right, I understand your sentimental value on Sword Art Online. I really do, but you're wrong.
I watched the first episode and it didn't really grip me. It's like I've seen funnier.
Yeah, we kind of
parodies.
roasted you about that.
I'm sure.
Just give it another chance. It's so good. It's so hilarious.
Nah. Wait, you roasted me that I didn't like it, or roasted me that I haven't watched it?
We roasted you that you didn't like it.
Fair enough. Miggy said, "Aw man, y'all doing Minecraft? I'm still at work, oof. Luckily I got like an hour left on my shift." Homeboy, I don't think I'll be on in an hour, if I'm just being honest. I would like to play a single player game. Or Borderlands, if Mason would just buy it already. I heard you're working a job, so you have money. Yeah, that's right. Give me the silent treatment. The cool thing about Borderlands is that there's collections, so you don't just have to buy one, you can buy 2 or 3 of them. There's
Elliot, I'd be just weighing you down. Trust me on this.
Meso, but that's funny.
Oh no.
That's comedy.
Oh, so now the truth comes out.
Mason, I just want to exploit you for clout. Didn't you know? I don't have friends, I have content potential.
Content. Who needs friends when you have clout?
For real. Nah, just kidding.
Heck, freaking I played Fortnite for the first time and I absolutely hated it.
Honestly,
but
after I got the Mandalorian skin, I was like, okay, I could play this. But I don't have the time to learn the mechanics. The metagame's too gross to me.
Yeah, and I actually, what's funny is I actually placed 10th.
Yeah, it's not hard to do well in Fortnite.
Yeah.
Especially if the Nintendo Switch version, because only young kids played the Nintendo Switch version.
No, I played the PS4 version.
Yeah.
I know it's still easy, but...
I only played the Switch version because I bought The Mandalorian on it for an episode of Bounce Pad. If you watch, it's the Mandalorian Episode 1 review. Where we
pretend, I do remember that.
We pretend we're watching The Mandalorian, but I'm just playing Fortnite.
Yeah. I remember that.
That was impromptu, because that was one of the days where it was just me and Nathan. And so we were just hanging out, and we're like, what if we did that as a joke? And he's like, yeah. We're the most creative when it's just me and him, because we've been doing this for a while. So we've learned each other's like creative patterns, if that makes sense.
Yes.
But I hate saying that because I still feel like I'm being mean towards Mulaney, which I love her. She's amazing. She's super cool. Like, we're all a big, happy, balanced family. It's just difficult having a social life.
Understandable.
Humble brag. Hashtag humble. I'm gonna probably assemble the Metal Gear Solid best of this weekend. We haven't finished the game yet, but I want to get a head start on it. Because I love putting together those best ofs because they remind me how funny I used to be. Like that Sonic 06 one is just gold.
Yes.
There's a feather! Why is there a feather?
A feather! And here we have
Tails, are you okay?
Luscious, handsome Elliot.
Kingdom Hearts? Yeah.
Yeah.
We were having fun on that. That was the first game we played for the channel. But
I know.
It's just so long. We
for whatever reason, I put most, like, oldest one time. And I was like, oh yeah, they play Kingdom Hearts first.
Yeah, and like we would be fine doing that as a playthrough. It's just we don't have enough consistent viewers to justify a 100-part series, you know?
Yeah.
We get
Because
like
I've known,
sorry.
because everyone in their, yeah, no, you're fine. So like everyone and their moms know like the first episode always does the best, and then once
Yeah.
you start going down the episodic list, it goes down consistently in viewers. It happens with every playthrough. So
Well, I need
I mean, I don't want to say like don't feel too bad about it because I've literally seen it everywhere else.
Yeah, that happens everywhere. Because YouTube, the algorithm favors single episodes
Yeah.
rather than series. But like, with the Summer Olympics, I need to post on Instagram that we actually finished it because the first episode has like 78 views. The second one has like maybe 50. Which doesn't make sense, you know?
Yeah.
Because we only posted once a week for July. Or mostly once a week whenever I remember to upload. That's another reason why I'd want help editing, because it's just a lot to do for just me to do it, you know? Only because I'm in band.
Understandable. It's like, because I've never edited before, is it hard to do?
It's not hard, you just have to know what you want to do. The thing about Premiere, it's very robust in that it can do a lot of things very powerfully, but it's also very archaic. You have to know what you want to do in order to know how to do it, you know? Like, it won't tell you how to do things, but if you know how to do it, it'll do it very well.
Ah. Yeah.
And Ben offered to edit once upon a time ago, but then he didn't. I was like, well, this is great. This is fine.
Yeah.
I might take out a loan on a super powerful laptop just so I can edit on the go. Not a loan, but like the whole 12-month payments or whatever.
Yeah.
Because sometime before November, our second charity live stream, sometime before then, Nathan and Melanie are going to renovate their upstairs and turn it into our new office space. So we can record there and stream there, and they don't have to drive all the way out to my house every week twice for recording and streaming.
Yeah.
But in order to do that and set up my PC over there, I need a laptop on my end to edit when I'm over here. Because I haven't moved out yet.
Yeah.
And I can't move out until I make some sort of income.
Yeah.
Which if I could figure out how to do like Uber Eats or whatever, or like DoorDash, that would be super easy for me to make some side cash. So all I would really need is either a place with cheap rent, or have my dad help me pay for rent and then just pay for gas and stuff on my own.
Yeah.
Or you, me, Josh, and Jack could get a boys' apartment.
Yeah.
I doubt Jack would go for it though. Jack wants to live by himself.
The thing is like, it's like no offense against you or anyone, but if I ended up living with you guys, it would just be like hell for me. Like, and that's not like in a bad way. It's just that like I don't like talking to anyone, and that I need to like
Mason,
have some alone time. You know what I mean?
I'm the exact same way. It wouldn't be just hangout time all the time, obviously. We would be living there, you know?
Yeah.
It would just be like a touchdown base. If that makes any sense. Like, we'd just, like, have a place to sleep.
Yeah.
Because I have a lot of stuff to do during the week. I don't have much downtime.
Yeah.
Look at me making a case for being a good roommate.
Yeah, what's gotten into you?
Yeah, for real. No, I totally understand. Like, I don't get free time till maybe the evenings, if that. because all my band rehearsals they start at 3 and at 5, and then some days I have to work till 8. The only reason why I'd want to move in with another roommate or possible multiple roommates is so rent wouldn't be so expensive. Because you can split it among 4 people.
Yeah. That's another thing is that I probably wouldn't, like, I don't know, I just feel like I'd be irresponsible with the rent, you know?
Are you living at home right now?
Yeah.
Mm. Well, maybe your parents could help out with it. I don't know. I don't know.
But I feel like that's long down the line.
Yeah, that's a topic for next year.
Yeah.
If that.
Yeah.
I need to get a job first and a car. Which I made some bank working band camp. My net worth is like $2,500 now.
Nice.
So theoretically, I could buy a car and go broke right now.
Yeah, someone watching the stream right now just hacks into your account.
Yeah, with no information except how much money I have. They're like,
yeah, exactly.
This account has the exact same amount of money. We found him, boys. And then they hack like Jeffrey Bezos' 3rd bank account.
Indeed.
I just called him Jeffrey Bezos. That's weird. Jeff Bezos.
Is that your homeboy?
Well, I don't know. I haven't met him yet. Maybe we'd be fast friends. You never know, Mason. Don't judge.
Maybe he's locked up in my basement right now.
Yeah, don't judge a man by his hairline.
Alright.
I don't know. Maybe I'll move in with Dale or something when he goes to college. I would have moved in with Nathan, but he got married so dang fast. Moving on with his life. Goodness gracious. Imagine being happy.
Yeah.
And the other problem is apartments around the city of Raleigh are so freaking expensive, dude.
Yeah. Sorry to change topics, but
You're fine.
kind of had a rough week.
Really? What's up?
Yeah. So,
Want to talk about it?
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. Good mythical morning.
Yeah.
Mason is depressed. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, so, I probably should have told you this, but I don't know, I just didn't get around to tell a lot of people, but, my grandmother actually passed away this week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, it's, but luckily it was to be expected and not sudden.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we knew it was going to happen, and...
Still doesn't make it any less sad, but
yeah,
a little bit easier.
Now we're just trying to... My family's, like, in a scramble trying to figure out the funeral.
Oh, yeah. We were like that at the beginning of June with my great-grandmother. She passed away, and they wanted to have the funeral, like, 2 days later. So we had to figure out plane tickets to get to Pennsylvania.
Oh, oof. Luckily, they... Like, it's still this weekend, but, you know, we got enough breathing room so that we're prepared for...
To process.
Yeah, to process. To be honest, it still hasn't sunk in yet.
Yeah.
You know? But, yeah, if you could just, please pray for me and my family.
For sure. Absolutely.
Especially my grandpa, he's really going through a tough time.
It's a weird world where we have to ask others to pray for us, you know? Like, no, like I'm not ragging on you at all.
No,
that's just a thought I had.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird because you'd think prayer would be more integral to the lives of us Christians.
Yeah.
That we would just automatically do it without much thought, like towards having to do it. Obviously, putting thought into prayer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
Then I found out that one of the YouTubers I watch frequently is a pedo.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Was it Dream? Are you a Dream fan, Mason? Mason
No.
likes Dream. He's a closet Dream fan.
It's a closet dream. So that kind of made things worse.
Yeah, well, that's the environment they live in, you know? California, all that fame and fortune should not be given to people.
Actually, I don't think they even lived in the U.S.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Was it PewDiePie?
No, it was not.
Good. PewDiePie is a saint. Just kidding, I've never watched his stuff. Yeah, that pedophile stuff's crazy.
Yeah.
I also hate it when YouTubers are accused of it and they're completely innocent, but they get canceled anyways. I hate cancel culture.
Yeah. But there was like actual evidence against them.
Yeah.
And, yeah. Even like his best friend just like went a complete 180 on him, which I really applaud him for doing that.
Yeah.
Because like, and you know, he was so angry at him. Oh my gosh.
I can imagine. That stuff's creepy. Like Pro Jared when he cheated on his wife with Ross's wife.
Yeah.
That stuff's stupid, man.
And like I genuinely like ask like why? I mean, what was there to accomplish? Not only do they ruin the victims' lives, but
Their own. Yeah. There's not even a selfish reason for it.
Yeah. It's like, for what? Just a few moments of pleasure and that's it?
That's the world we live in.
I mean, it's stupid.
That's what society tells us. Do it for the momentary, not for the lasting effects.
For long term.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's rough, man.
Yeah. I guess I was just the turd on the crap cake, you know?
Yeah. On an already bad week.
Yeah, so... Yeah.
This summer's been something different, for real.
Yeah.
My dog, Lucy, the older one, she has cancer in her face.
Oh no!
So she has like,
told me that.
yeah, she has a tumor, and she's not long for this world. So we're just enjoying.
I like Lucy.
No, she's the best dog anyone could ask for. But she's also 13, you know.
Oh yeah.
So we're enjoying every day we can with her. My mom was like, it might be time to send her on her way. I'm like, please don't do it before band camp. Like,
Yeah.
do it after band camp. But I can't, you know.
We don't want to have two people depressed before band camp.
I know. Let her live, please. It's gonna be weird because she's my first dog ever, you know.
Yeah. Remember, I had 2 dogs when I was a kid, and very precious to me. And
Yeah.
both of them passed away. And I was little, which made that even worse. You know,
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because you don't know, because like you obviously can't really
Comprehend.
death when you're a kid. So,
No,
yeah, but man, sorry, I'll pray for you guys.
it's all good. Yeah, thank you for that. But it's all good. It was gonna happen anyways. She's old.
Yeah.
Thankful for the time we've had, obviously.
Clearly. Oh wait, I gotta say, sorry, I want to lighten the mood. I
You're
got
good.
a funny story.
You got what?
So, I got a funny story.
Let's hear it.
So, my brass instructor.
Your grass instructor? Instructing you on how to smoke that ganja? That
Yes,
grass?
Someone's gotta learn. I gotta learn somewhere.
Yeah. Learn from the best.
Yeah. Yeah, no, my brass instructor, he and the woodwind instructor
Mm-hmm.
is actually at Jesse's band camp right now.
Really?
At her high school? Yeah. Because she's working as one of the staff members there.
Yeah.
And she texted me yesterday. She's like, bro, you're not going to believe who just showed up.
And
then when she told me, I was like, what? I was like, what are they doing there? And she's like, they're recruiting. I'm like, okay, makes sense.
Yeah. Working the circuit.
I was like, I told her, I was like, can you please just mention me just to see how they would react?
Yeah. Do you know this weirdo named Mason?
Yeah. Apparently, the woodwind instructor knows about me, even though I've never really talked with him.
Well, that's whack.
So I'm like, if he knows about me, my brass instructor will
better
definitely know about me.
Yeah.
He's actually gonna be like, oh, really? You know.
Yeah.
I just thought that was really funny.
That's funny, yeah. Small world.
Yeah.
It's crazy how many instructors for like college also work the high schools around here. Like,
yeah, no doubt.
Forrest, our drum instructor, works at Panther Creek.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Oh shoot, I just realized we never got to celebrate your birthday.
That's all good.
Still doesn't feel right.
I'm not gonna make you guys spend money on me.
You're like, then throw a party then.
No, I'm not one for parties.
Understandable.
Unless I'm playing in my awesome band Coachad, in which case I love parties because I'm playing music. Lol.
Exactly.
LOL. We had a
like, who's gonna play the music? And you're like, I'm gonna be the. But wait, isn't it your...
Let me stop you right there. Hold up.
It's like, It's like, wait, isn't it your birthday? Did I stutter?
I don't care whose wedding it is. I'm playing bass guitar.
It's like you get married and it's like, no, I'm playing the organ now.
Sorry, babe. I have a jam session at 9. I mean, it's not a bad If you get married before me, Mason, my band will play at your wedding. For free. Just kidding. For like $10.
I'm broke, man.
That's too bad.
Too broke to get Borderlands.
I will buy you a copy if it's cheap. I'll look it up tonight.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm not
no,
broke.
you're playing. You're playing. You're playing with me. I'm sorry. I'm forcing you into it because Jack doesn't have a PS4.
What?
Yeah, he's
a
stupid PC master race.
Okay.
I could understand PC.
I can let it slide.
I could understand PC if you didn't have to upgrade every year to play the newest games. You know.
I'm actually like considering getting the Switch dock. Or not the Switch dock.
The Stream Deck. Steam Deck.
Yeah, Steam Deck.
It's not bad, but the people who say it's gonna be the Switch killer don't know how markets work.
Because I could finally play Persona 4 Golden without having to ask Nathan to borrow his PS Vita. Yeah.
The thing about the Steam Deck is Nintendo owns the market on single-player Nintendo properties, so they will never run out of money with the Switch. People are like, "Oh, it's gonna kill the Switch." I'm like, no, because the Steam Deck can't play Breath of the Wild without emulation, and even then, you have to go through some stupid hoops just to get emulation running on the Steam Deck. You know? Yeah.
But so I think it's a pretty cool feature that was long overdue. I think.
No, it's a cool product. Like I'll admit that. But it's just another one of those portables. They've been coming out for a while now. At least from China.
Yeah, at least I'm just glad that Steam finally had something.
Yeah, Steam does something besides own all video games.
Except Nintendo.
Yeah.
Because they would probably copyright them if they do.
I'm gonna stick to the Switch for now, honestly, because there aren't very many PC games I want to play.
Understandable.
I'm growing up with consoles, so I like console better. It's just the way I've been. Like games like Stardew Valley, I can only play on PC just because it's point and click.
Yeah.
Speaking of Stardew Valley, I want to play Animal Crossing on the channel, like the original on GameCube.
Oh, really?
I would love to play that. That game is such a vibe.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna save up and I'm gonna buy myself the Switch OLED model. I think I'm sold on it.
Really?
I need my Switch's battery life sucks because I have an original model, and the bigger screen with the OLED will just look so much nicer because I do play a lot of handheld.
See, that's like, I don't care what the handheld looks like, because I usually play, because I'm the opposite. I play on the TV a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm not really interested, but yeah, go for it. I'm just surprised that at least one of us in the friend group got once.
Yeah, everyone got so butthurt about this OLED model. I'm like, why? It's just the 3DS XL.
Dude, I literally thought that
it's not replacing anything. You know?
I literally thought the colors on it were based off of Metroid Dread.
It probably is, but I love that white. It's so fresh.
That white is cool.
It's fresh looking to me.
Yeah. I guess it's just not enough. Like, it's kind of like the iPhone every year. Like, the only thing that gets upgraded is the camera.
See, that's what people say, but like, it's still a new version. Like, I think if they knocked down the $50 they added, it could become the standard edition.
Yeah, if it's cheaper, not cheaper than like the older phone, but like if it goes down in price, then yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of people won't like complain about it that much.
And it's not like the iPhone where it's like $1,000 more than the previous one. It's only $50 more, which even still is still cheaper than the Steam Deck, which is like $500.
Yeah, that's true.
But I want it as an upgrade, and that way I can take my old Switch and mod it.
Ooh.
Get some overclocking on some of those games, get some 60 frames per second.
Honestly, big brain.
That way, for the channel, when we record, because you record through the dock, we can have some really fresh looking Switch games. And like, I can hack in, like the Dark Souls port for Switch has really bad compressed audio, so I can put in the original audio files on that and stuff like that.
Yeah.
For me, the benefits outweigh the $50 price hike.
Yeah, honestly, if you want it, I'm not stopping you to go for it.
Yeah.
I'm saying me.
Like you have a choice. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just messing.
But like, me personally, I wouldn't get it just because there's really not enough upgrade. But
see,
yeah, you go.
The main console I play is Switch and sometimes PS4. And I only play PS4 because of the PS4 exclusives. I like to get everything on the Switch because it's portable. I adore that about the Switch. So it's my preferred way to play. So I might as well enjoy it even more with an upgraded model. Just that battery life and that new kickstand is looking pretty nice to me. That kickstand, baller.
I will admit the kickstand is probably the best part about it.
Big Chungus kickstand.
Because I absolutely hate the kickstand.
It doesn't work. It just doesn't work unless you're on a table.
Yeah.
I do think they're still going to work on a Switch Pro, though. There's no way that they're just skipping over Pro.
Yeah, I do think they're going to work on it.
But knowing Nintendo, they're taking forever because they want to make sure it's a perfect upgrade, you know?
Yeah.
They don't often do a lot of revisions. When they do, it's like superior in every way. Like the new 3DS with the upgraded processing and the thumbstick, there's no way you can play the old 3DS after it.
Exactly.
Like I played Pokemon Sun on the regular 3DS and then the new 3DS, night and day with load times and frame rate. Because Sun and Moon pushed the 3DS to its absolute limit. Which Pokemon Sun's one of my favorite Pokemon games I've ever played. That's a great game to me. I know people say.
I'm glad that you.
Sorry.
I'm glad that I'm not the only. Oh, sorry. I was gonna say I'm glad I'm not the only one who likes it.
Yeah. And like people say, Ultra Sun is the better version. I'm like, okay, but I already played 80% of the story with Pokemon Sun, so I'm not. There isn't much draw for me to spend more money.
You see, I say that Ultra Sun's the better game only because like the Dex is improved a bunch since the original Sun and Moon. Because one of my favorite Pokemon, Hawlucha, wasn't in Sun and Moon.
Yeah.
But in Ultra Sun and Moon, he was added in, and he's a beast for Ultra Sun and Moon.
Yeah.
So,
see,
I guess it was just more Pokemon that I think fans liked. That I don't know. Maybe that had to do something with it, but
probably. I'm one of those people when there's a new gen, I want it to make me use new Pokemon. Like, that's why I love Black and White, the original, so much, because you could not use the National Dex until post-game, which I thought was a super creative way for you to learn the new Pokemon. Like, Unova is the last gen where I actually know the names of the Pokemon. But, I did like the Sun and Moon Dex.
I could go,
they had
honestly,
some
I could
cool
go
new
on
Pokemon.
and on how great Unova is.
Great, yeah,
talk
fantastic.
for hours.
Fantastic.
Even though I know you like
region.
Diamond and Pearl better.
I am a Sinnoh purist, but I love Unova as well, for sure.
Like Hoenn, Sinnoh, and Unova, those are the big three for me.
Bro, I'm so freaking hyped for Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl.
Yeah.
Like I know people hate it because it's not like HD graphics, 4K. I don't care. I get to play Sinnoh again, and that's my childhood. I love Sinnoh.
Yeah, and also the best thing about it is, I'm pretty sure it's like Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl comes out one weekend, and then the next weekend SMT5 comes out.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited for that game.
There's so many freaking games coming out this year. Like, even just indie games that look fantastic.
Yeah. Trust me, I think like I've been following the Persona series for about a year now, and I gotta say...
What a weeb.
Yeah. But I gotta say, SMT fans...
Year? Is that a Persona reference?
Yeah.
Calendar year? Sorry.
You don't know. I always love Persona jokes, so you're fine.
If you can't joke about a series you like, then you
don't deserve to be a fan.
Yeah, you're a little too butthurt.
Yeah, but no, SMT fans deserve it because they've been waiting for a good 7 years.
Yeah.
And
why don't they just play Persona?
Can I
Aren't
talk
they the
about,
same
like,
game?
Can I rant about that for a second?
For sure.
Okay, so...
This is a safe space.
I feel like everyone just craps on Persona fans, for not knowing SMT, and I feel like Persona fans absolutely crap on SMT fans just because say, oh, it's not Persona, it's not story-based. But I feel like they are putting their anger out on the wrong people.
Yeah.
I feel like Atlas is the one to blame for all of this.
I love Atlas as a publisher, though.
Because of the way that they marketed it. So, I think I saw a video. I forgot what it was called, but it was basically the rundown of the SMT games that came out versus the Persona games that came out.
Yeah.
And like in like the 2010s, SMT only had about 3 games come out.
Only 3 games.
Yeah. And then Persona had a total like 6 or 7 games.
Yeah.
Including spin-offs. And Yeah, just the way that they milked it to no end, and just basically treating Persona as the main franchise when in reality without Shin Megami Tensei,
It wouldn't
Persona
exist.
wouldn't exist.
Yeah.
I do feel for SMT fans, but there are a lot of people that played Persona 5 that, I mean, that don't know about it, and of course, and like I blame Atlas for that, for at least not putting like the Shin Megami Tensei on the Persona logo, because they did that with every single Persona game up till Persona 4, I believe, and then they stopped using it.
Yeah.
So I feel like that would gain a lot more attention, and like and it's a simple thing to do. All they just have to do is put Shin Megami Tensei and then Persona.
Yeah.
And then a lot of people are going to be interested in being like, hey, I like this game. Like, what should I try next? And then they see that and they're like, Shin Megami Tensei, what's that? And then, and then the snowball keeps rolling and rolling. But it's just the way that Atlas treats Persona like it's their golden child. I mean, technically they are, but
it's making
they
the
don't
most
really
money.
have any.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But I have to say they just don't have any competition because they just don't really care about SMT
Probably.
that much anymore. But
Or they
that's
probably
why-
don't know where to take it without making fans
True.
mad that it's too much like Persona.
Yeah, true. And also, that's what I hate about SMT fans, just gatekeeping,
Yeah.
like Persona fans that really, because trust me, there was a lot of Persona fans that want to like find a game as good as that.
See, I hate when Kingdom Hearts fans gatekeep, but then again, I also hate when new people are like, the story is so confusing. I played 1 and
Yes.
2 and nothing happened. I'm like, what?
Yeah, no,
You didn't play 358 over 2 days, Sora's Day Off. You didn't play the spin-off Mickey Mouse Funhouse, but also emo.
Yes.
How dare you, fake fan? You know.
Yeah. But no, that's literally the situation that's going on right now.
Yeah.
And yeah, just
I make fun of Persona fans because they're so elitist.
oh yes,
Persona's
no doubt.
Persona's the only good video game to ever exist. I'm like, it's a great game, great story, but there are also other good games that exist. It is not the only video game.
I'm pretty sure I'm one of the more chill.
Yeah. No, you're fine about it.
But I'm just so glad for SMT fans because they finally get what they deserve.
You get what you effing deserve.
and like I was expecting basically like what they did with Nocturne, and basically just
Remake it.
remake an original game basically.
Remake it with bad frame rate.
Yes. Like make an original game just with like a lot of bugs, but they actually took their time and perfected it, which I am amazed that they were able to do.
Yeah.
And it looks amazing. Like, I mean, it was way better than I imagined. It just blew all my expectations out of the water. And I don't know. I'm not happy. It's like the comeback story, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like
The comeback of the century. Persona.
And I feel like and that's going to introduce a lot of new fans to the series, especially now that Nintendo's like coming on board and basically making trailers about it almost every month, and with
great.
it being on the Switch,
Yeah.
it's going to gain a lot of new fans.
Yeah. For sure.
Soon you'll be seeing like SMT fan art.
Persona. Yeah.
Well, if SMT fan art, that'll probably be cringe and stuff.
Probably.
But yeah, that's
All
my
fan
rant.
art is cringe. That's what makes it great.
Yeah. Anyway, that's my rant for the day.
Tell us how you really feel, Mason.
SMT deserves more love.
Well, there you have it.
It's like all the conversation and all you get is SMT deserves more love. Yeah, let's use that for our storyline. Not everything he just poured his heart and soul out. Nah, fam, let's just put something, a random sentence that he said.
Sound bites.
All news companies be like.
Facts. Man, if they lock us down again, I will probably go actually mentally insane or something. Like,
I would cry. Personally.
I cannot handle that, you know? Unless I could get a job doing that DoorDash, because then at least I could still work and then do bounce pad. But if I
Grubhub and then like you do the cringy commercials.
Yeah, we could make cringy commercials. We'd be a part of the Grubhub cinematic universe.
True.
But if I miss another season of band, I might just drop out, you know? Because right now I'm only really doing college for marching band. Like, I have no idea what I want to do as a degree or
honestly,
anything.
that's a mood. That's a mood. I'm
like college is for some people, but I don't think it's for me. Which will be hard to convince my father about, but you know.
Yep.
As you do.
I definitely do not want to follow my father's footsteps because he absolutely hated his job.
Really?
Yeah.
What did he work?
In HR.
Ah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. HR
But
sucks.
he knows so much about computers, and I'm like, I want to do that. Because I want to learn more about computers.
Wow! Computer!
Plus, there's a lot of IT jobs that...
That's the only thing is everybody's getting an IT degree. Or a computer technology degree right now.
Oh yeah, but like, there's a lot of jobs
There are?
open that make a really good amount of money.
That is true.
So, I see that as a win-win.
Very competitive market.
It is very competitive, I will admit. And to be honest, I'm not one that will compete seriously.
Yeah.
You know, in that I usually settle, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But I still feel like that might be a fun thing to do.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Only a spoonful.
A burger?
That's my new joke. Only a spoonful. I find it very funny.
Are you quoting Mary Poppins? That's it. You're getting
No.
demonetized.
I'm quoting King Batch, Divine Superstar. You racist piece of
No way,
crap.
the Vine's...
The rumor come out Mason is racist. Mason rhymes with racist. Therefore, you are racist.
Dang.
I'd like to see you come back from that cancel, King.
Fuck.
Ha ha. Sorry, I had a stroke.
Clearly. A chicken stroke.
Different strokes for chicken folks.
Only at KFC.
Only I. Oh, I need to do a highlight of Colonel Sanders. You just reminded me.
Oh, you should.
All the best
See,
moments.
content ideas.
Content. I'm thinking of releasing all the best of during June for Gamer Pride Month each year.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously do the best of the year in December. Still. Like the year-end video. But I'm thinking of doing that for June each year, so that way we can have a month off from content. And then come back guns blazing in July.
Mm-hmm.
With Bounce Pad Summer Olympics. With which, if we do again next year, I need someone else to edit that. That almost killed me. It was the worst thing ever.
Testing audio.
Testing audio. I think the funniest thing that I had to cut out was you just self-sabotaging our team at every award, every results judging. Mason going, We suck. We did bad. I'm like, Mason,
So
no, we
what
did
is-
good.
wait, my favorite one was, what did you guys make over here? An abomination.
Yeah. I'm like, Mason, we're supposed to sell ourselves. Not supposed to give up. There is no
We're
giving
supposed
up.
to sell ourselves, not sell out.
Facts. Yeah. You said it better than I ever could.
Put that on a t-shirt. Put that as merch.
Bro, I need to get merch done, because I'm serious. I will wear our own merch every single day.
Trust me, I will wear it day one.
Even if we don't sell anything, I'd still wear the merch. Just
Me too.
the idea of it's so cool to me. We're definitely going to have a subscribe to Bounce Pet t-shirt with the Comic Sans, like those posters I put up senior year. Or was it junior year?
Oh, it's probably too much to ask, but you could do one with like the entire group.
I could.
Although that would be too much.
We'd have to finalize the group though.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because if we put people on the shirt and then they quit like the day after, it'd be awkward. I will try and turn the Team Nathan, Team Elliot jerseys into a shirt. Have those be merchable, so that way you guys can have shirts that you can actually wash.
So apparently my mom looked at that you're not supposed to put the Summer Olympics thing in the washer, and she did. Luckily the lining isn't gone,
Yeah.
but the coloring is.
That's fine. That's what happened to mine. I washed mine to get the freaking whipped cream out of the shirt because that stuff stains.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's right. You got whipped cream.
Yeah. The black linings.
Whipped.
Ooh, only a spoonful. Yeah, the black lining stayed. The red faded away, so I'm just gonna draw the red back on and then put it in a frame and put it on the wall.
Yeah.
I'm thinking for the bounce lounge at Nathan's place, we'll put the shirts on the wall each year.
Oh, that's a good idea.
As like wall decoration or something.
Sorry, random question. Do you know if Josh has Minecraft?
I thought he did. I don't know if he has any consoles. I think he's a PC gamer as well. But PC at least Bedrock version can play with all the other versions. If he has Java, I don't think he'd be able to. You can call him. He's probably awake. Did he join the Discord?
Yeah. Yeah, you can text him. Alright,
Well, I'm not going to. I'm lazy.
Fine, I'll do it for you.
Yeah.
I was just asking him, does he have any consoles?
Or ask if he has Minecraft first.
Direct messages.
Anything besides Java Edition. I might be getting off soon, Mason, to work on some best of videos.
Oh, man.
Whenever this rain stops, because I'm getting a lot of fishing from this rain.
Yeah. I probably need to go eat as well.
Yeah, I can leave my PS4 on if you want to stay on the world, but I don't know if it'll.
Nah, I'm good.
I don't know if it'll go AFK and kill everybody.
Nah, I probably will get off, except I need to.
If I ever get a disposable income, I'll turn it into a realm, so it can be like a server. But that'll be many, many days into the future. We have some great merch ideas planned. It's just we have to actually figure out a company to make the merch cheaply, so that way we don't have to charge a bunch for the shirts. I don't want to charge anything more than $15 for a shirt, because $20 for a t-shirt is ridiculous.
Do you have any companies in mind?
I don't know, we could do custom ink, but we'd have to order in bulk to get cheap prices. We could go local, but I don't know how long those shirts will last running them through a washer and dryer.
Yeah.
So I want to get comfortable shirts that you can wash and the design won't fade away.
Unfortunately, that's a lot to ask for in today's.
I know, which is weird, because you'd think we would have figured out how to do t-shirts well, considering we put a man on the moon or whatever. Apparently.
Apparently,
if you believe the government.
According to Mr. Duncanfield.
Yeah.
The moon landing was fake.
I could believe the evidence, but at the same time, I didn't care. Oh, creeper blew up. Was that you? Or is that lightning? I hope so, because I don't want the base to blow up.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a saddle.
Saddle.
We have a ton of saddles now. I get them all from fishing. I get saddles and enchanting books.
Nice.
It's pretty dope. Pretty dope. It's weird that Biggie had to work like that. I guess he's on the college kid shift.
Yeah.
Everyone's dunking with him, but I think he's fine. I think he's a nice enough guy.
Yeah.
Gotta build an audience somehow. Whoa, lightning struck really close to me. Struck, I should say, not struck.
That sounds weird.
You're weird.
Yeah.
Got him. Ooh, this sounds like Animal Crossing.
Jazz.
Yeah, this is some Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing X Persona?
Honestly, I would not.
Persona Crossing or Animal Persona? Fursona. Persona Crossing.
Oh gosh. Rule 34 hours is
Yikes.
frantically drunk.
DeviantArt. Bro, I got a fishing rod with mending 1. And fishing rods, the use goes down so slowly that it healed itself to unused.
Nice.
I'm gonna name this thing like, I don't know, Larry David. Larry David the fishing rod. It's almost daytime.
Wait.
Yeah, the sun's coming up. I'm not wasting this rain. I'm getting so much fish. I won't have to eat forever.
Hello, zombie with a shovel. Why zombie with a shovel?
More like Mombi.
I feel like this song would be in an anime movie.
Yeah, I could see it. I'll have to watch more. I just watched Kimi ni Todoke. Fantastic anime.
What's the English name for that? I think that might know.
From Me to You.
Have you finished season 2?
Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
I need to watch season 2.
You haven't watched season 2?
No, I finished season 1.
It's so satisfying. It's
yes!
It's a romance anime that goes somewhere.
Okay. I'm actually glad you kind of spoiled that for me because I was getting worried that.
No, that's the only thing I want spoiled for me is if the romance goes somewhere.
Nice.
That's what I didn't like about Love, Chunibyo, and Other Delusions is the romance doesn't go anywhere.
Well, I think the movie kind of...
The movie rehashes the romance arc from the second season. You know? Where she's like, I give up my Chunibyo so that I can love you. Just kidding. I don't love you enough to give it up. And then she does the exact same thing during the movie. I'm like, then what was the point? Do you love him or do you love being a kid?
Huh? What? Oh, sorry. Huh. Interesting.
But apparently in the light novel, when she gives up her Chunibyo, she actually stays that way. Apparently the light novel's very different.
Bunch of places. The anime department.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny. It's a hilarious anime.
It is hilarious. It's one of my favorite romance.
I just want my romance ships to get married.
Okay, then watch Fairy Tail then.
I heard that one had fan service.
Oh, it has.
Or was that High School DxD?
Actually, no, both.
Yeah.
Both.
I don't mind as long as the plot does something. Like Sword Art Online.
Oh my gosh.
You have to make Kirito and Asuna are adorable.
The abridged versions are.
Alright, get out of here. Get out of here. Nothing can top the Sword Art Online honeymoon arc.
Oh, I can think of a couple.
Well, that's because you don't appreciate good anime romance.
Bro, I watched Love Chibio and Other Delusions. What are you talking about?
That one's not even that good. From Me to You.
Take that back.
From Me to
You take that back.
From
Okay,
Me to
yes,
You is
From
better.
Me to You is great.
It's
From Me to You is
better.
great.
Because it does something.
Oh, also Love is War.
I haven't watched that one yet. I heard that one doesn't go anywhere. I think.
Well, unless if you read the novel.
Yeah, probably.
And they're probably going to animate it, because I'm pretty sure it's popular enough to where it can get, like, 4 or 5 seasons. It's pretty popular, I think.
Yeah.
So I think we will see that scene. I'm not going to spoil it.
Gosh, freaking From Me to You is...
The only... Okay, here's the only downside I have to it. Is the... Because the girl kind of...
Sorry, what?
I don't know if, like, if it's the girl's voice or just how much she talks, but something about it just...
She's so freaking adorable, though.
No, she is adorable. It's just
And she's so funny because she goes into chibi mode anytime she doesn't understand something.
Oh,
she's like, oh!
oh!
It's so funny to me. And her friends that at the beginning
oh my gosh, her friends are the best.
You think they're gonna bully her at the beginning, but they are actually the nicest people in the world.
When I watched like a clip of it, okay, so there's a clip I watched. It was like them trying to get her to say their first names.
Yeah. Yeah.
And,
yeah.
And at first I thought that clip was like them bullying her. I'm like,
no, they're trying. They're trying to help her.
Yeah, but when I watched it, I'm like, yo, wait, that's actually really cool.
Yeah, they're awesome.
You know what's the best thing about it? It feels like an actual friendship.
Yeah. Well,
not like that bull crap that you see. Like
for sure. For sure. The whole rumors arc, it made me.
Oh my gosh.
I was so anxious because I was like, please don't stay mad, and then it resolves and you're like, that's so satisfying.
That's one of the most heartfelt moments I've seen.
Oh yeah, for sure. But freaking Chizuru gets her own side plot, and it's like fully fleshed out. They actually flesh out all the characters. It's so nice.
Even Ryu, which I was not expecting.
Ryu's funny.
Yeah, Ryu's.
They're all like, "What are we gonna do?" And he's like, "Food."
Food.
And then he falls asleep.
They went to the shrine.
Yeah, yeah. He's like,
it's like, where's my
Saki. It's so
They
funny.
just drag him away, and he's like, no!
Oh, yeah, season 2 is even better for them.
Oh, it is? Oh, nice,
Yeah.
nice.
No, season 2 is great. It starts off a little weird, but it makes a lot of sense where it starts off. Because it helps them advance all their friendships.
I don't know, I just haven't been watching a lot of anime, which is very surprising.
Yeah, because you're a freaking Persona weeb.
Yeah.
Mason's like, this anime doesn't have buttons. I can't shoot any demons in this. Where's my Pokemon? I mean, Personas.
Persona, yeah.
Nah, I only watch when I have, like, a lot of free time because I want to binge show.
Yeah. Although I have been watching a lot of anime recently.
Weeb.
Yes. Classic weed.
Mason, your closet's like a walk-in closet at this point.
No, yours is like a planet at this point.
Mine is like a French cafe where partners meet and spend a romantic evening.
Okay, Blend-S.
What?
See, you wouldn't get it.
Yeah, because I'm not a weeb. Ah, got him.
No, because you're a Kingdom Hearts fan.
I love
Kingdom
Kingdom
Hearts weed
Hearts.
fan.
I was just thinking about that the other day.
Gosh darn it, the joke doesn't go anywhere when you say I like Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that the other day. I adore Kingdom Hearts.
It's like when someone tries to insult, like, your girlfriend and is like, oh my gosh, I love my girlfriend.
Yeah, she's
It's like,
freaking
then what was the
amazing, right? Yeah. Yeah, I roll with the...
Axel scene where he's like,
Now who is the... Now who are you?
Now who is this?
Everybody loves that because in Kingdom Hearts 3, Axel breaks the fourth wall so many times. So at one point he's like,
it's like
Xemnas is like, you are nothing. And he's like, are you kidding me? I got tons of people rooting for me.
Yeah.
He looks straight at the camera. Axel is the straight man of the series. He's just like, I want my friends. I hate all this ridiculous Disney stuff.
It's like, enough of the bullcrap. Get straight to the point.
Me and Kyrie are battle friends. We battle together.
Yeah.
Everybody is awesome. But I love
Why
how
is his mouth talking?
I didn't realize that he actually met Ven in Birth by Sleep when he was younger. But I love where he's just like, what? Dude, you watched me play Birth by Sleep.
Spoiler. I'm just kidding.
You were there.
Do not quote me on that. I was there when it was written.
Yeah, I was there when the ancient texts were written. But I love how he's just like, so does Ven look like Roxas or does Roxas look like Ven?
Yeah.
And how am I going to explain this to Roxas? But yeah, I was just thinking the other day, I could go back and beat Kingdom Hearts 1 right now and enjoy every second of it. I just love that franchise so much. Which is weird, because usually for games I have to have like a cool-off period before I go back and replay it. Like Breath of the Wild, I've waited like a year or so, and now I really have an itch to go back and play it.
Same with me with Kingdom Hearts 1.
Yeah.
It's like after 2 months of not playing it, I'm like, I kind of want to play it again.
It's a great game. You have
and just
you
past this boss.
At least for Kingdom Hearts 1, you almost have to 100% complete it to get like every aspect of it. 'Cause it's back when games wouldn't tie the secrets into the story. You'd actually have to go out and find the secrets, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So like all the secrets and Easter eggs, you actually have to do stuff to find. Like the Ultima weapon is tied behind the synthesis minigame. Which it is for every Kingdom Hearts game, but Kingdom Hearts 1 has the most requirements to synthesize the Ultima weapon.
Mm-hmm.
And luckily, in the final mix, they added more requirements to synthesize it.
Yeah.
The easiest game to synthesize it is Kingdom Hearts 3 for sure. I platinumed Kingdom Hearts 3. That game plays so smooth and so fluid. It's honestly one of the best combat systems I've played. Mason's like, uh-huh.
Yes.
Please stop talking about Kingdom Hearts. I don't understand. Does not compute.
I'm like Axel.
Yeah.
I was saying.
What is Kingdom Hearts?
Why is everyone keep saying Kingdom Hearts?
Why is it a moon but also a door?
Where's Cloud?
Where are the Final Fantasy characters? People complained about that, so they added the Final Fantasy characters into the DLC for Kingdom Hearts 3. Because Nomura was like, we're adding so many Pixar characters that adding in the Final Fantasy characters again would have too many people.
Oh my gosh, can you imagine if they actually did a Disney / Final Fantasy game?
Kingdom Hearts?
Yeah, it's called Kingdom Hearts. I
Yeah.
freaking knew it. Freaking knew it.
No.
But like, if they put Cloud in, everyone would lose their collective minds.
Yeah. They're doing like their own just Disney Kingdom Hearts game. It's not Kingdom Hearts, but it's like
Isn't it called Epic Mickey?
No. Epic Mickey was a Mickey platformer for the Wii. I actually have
game?
no Epic Mickey. Yeah, the phone game is the Disney crossover. People are calling it Kingdom Hearts, but without the Final Fantasy.
Sora for Smash.
Bro,
if he's in Smash.
If he doesn't get in, I might actually cry because he's the only character I want.
Good, because my favorite character didn't get in. Suffer with me.
All right.
Suffer together with me.
Who did you want? Goku?
Dante.
That was surprising.
Considering
they added in Bayonetta, I thought they would go for Dante. That actually genuinely surprised me.
No, I said Shantae, not Dante.
Oh. Shantae also surprises me because she's like the indie darling. Yeah.
Yes, but I want more indie characters.
I agree. I thought Shovel Knight should have been in the base game.
Oh, dude, okay, Shovel Knight's another one that I really wanted.
Shovel Knight would have been perfect, but they made him a trophy.
For whatever reason, I have like his collection of games just
Bro!
because I like the art style.
Yeah, if you buy Shovel Knight, you automatically get all the DLC. It's called Treasure Trove.
Yeah, no, I have that.
Yeah. If that's like the base purchase. Yeah.
Nice.
If you bought just Shovel Knight before the DLC came out, they gave you the DLC for free, all of it.
Oh, nice.
Because you already had to pay $20 for regular Shovel Knight.
Yeah.
No, Shovel Knight is a fantastic platformer. The DLC for Spectre Knight is my favorite.
See, like the bosses is like the only thing that kind of.
The bosses are so difficult.
Yeah.
The freaking final boss took me forever to beat.
See, I'm not like if it's like normal mode, like that's the hardest difficulty for me. If it's on hard mode, no way.
Yeah. I play normal mode. I'm a normal mode purist.
See, I'm a Pokemon player. We always play on easy.
I'm a Pokemon player. We don't know what difficulty settings are.
See, it's like you ask like a platinum only player. Yes, I play Pokemon a lot. What? What do you mean EXP share could be on the entire party?
Yeah. Telling a Pokemon player, yeah, I just easy mode was too easy, so I just started playing hard mode. And then the Pokemon player goes, "Is that a Persona reference?"
Oh my gosh.
Got him. Roasted. Got him. You just got roasted, Mason. Get out of here. You roasted.
The only thing is, okay, unpopular opinion.
Unpog opinion.
Unpog opinion. I actually do like the EXP share on all the party members because like that way you don't have to grind.
I honestly could care less.
The only thing is that like if they didn't make it too easy, you know, like they made it too easy, and I wish they kind of like back off.
I think it only makes sense for Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee where they took out wild battles.
Yeah,
If
But,
they are going to keep out wild battles, or at least keep them optional, then it makes sense
yeah,
to have it on the whole party.
yeah, but like, I don't know. It's just because, especially in Red and Blue, or like Gen 1 through Gen 3 especially, it was really hard to level up your Pokemon without putting them in the party. And like, usually I didn't want to put all my Pokemon in the party, just the ones that have the type advantage.
You're one of those competitive players. I play types that aren't competitive because their Pokemon look cool.
Okay, Ash Ketchum.
Hashtag Sitto.
Hashtag Unova.
There are some wacky types in Unova.
Hashtag Gen 3 through Gen 5 are the best.
Oh, facts. Unpopular opinion. Unpopular opinion time.
Okay, okay.
Fairy types are stupid and I hate them.
Fair.
Because I say this every
They're strong
time.
against dragons.
Yeah, I say this every time. Dragons being super effective against dragons was one of the coolest things ever, and they ruined it.
Yeah, I think
It's like the only thing strong enough to beat a dragon is another dragon.
like the ice, but you know we don't talk about.
No one
that.
talks about ice. No one uses. No one uses ice legitimately.
Yeah, but I think that
Lots of
if
people
fairy
use ice.
types had like more weaknesses and wasn't super broken, I feel like people wouldn't have a problem.
If
with
fairy
it.
types weren't a stupid type, they could have just called it the magic type or the moon type.
Moon type,
the werewolf type.
the werewolf type. I'm still waiting for the sound type.
Sound type. Yeah, they could have called it the sound type or something. Or
Yeah,
like
Loudred would have been perfect.
the plasma type.
But no, instead you still have to make him a normal type.
Fairy just sounds fruity.
What would you like the next new type to be called?
Nothing. I don't want another type because I don't know all the type advantages.
You don't know all the type advantages?
I thought I did, and then when I would ask Nathan if one type was good against another, he'd act like I was stupid. Which, to be fair, I was stupid, but I didn't want someone to tell me I was stupid.
Like nerd mode went on in his brain.
He's like, I was like, is ground good against poison? He's like, ground against poison? Poison and ground. I'm like, I don't know. That's why I asked. I'm sorry. I'm not. I don't know.
He's like having a freaking stroke. He's like, are you kidding me?
Yeah. Which I guess makes sense because he loves Pokemon. I love Pokemon too, but more casually. He loves
Pokemon 3.
He loves competitive. And Mason's over here being a freaking comedian. You're so funny. God.
That's a good one. Now that's a good one.
No, that was so good. You're funny, Mason. You're a funny man.
See, that's the joke.
You're so funny.
People think I'm funny, but
You should
I'm
start
not.
a YouTube channel and just make your funny jokes like that. I'm just messing. That was funny. I did think it was funny. Pokemon 3. Alrighty.
Gen 3
Yeah, I think I'm gonna head off now.
Okay. Yeah, I probably should go eat.
I'll keep you posted on any bounce pad happenings. With,
Didn't you say
with the merch or whatever.
All right. Did you say you were gonna text me about something? Oh, yeah, the schedule for a marching band.
Yeah, that's right. We can compare football games.
Yeah.
I have to do that for my mom anyway, so I'll be doing that tonight as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, thanks for hanging out with me, Mason. I always
no
appreciate
problem.
it.
Anytime.
I love not being lonely.
Me too.
Yeah, I'll catch you later then.
All right. See you.
See ya.